I was a baby librarian attending the YASD meetings, and the librarians at the time that I remember being the most out there and passionate were Fran Romer from Northport, East Northport, who's passed away now, and Jed Turner. He was YA with Barbara Hoffman at Patchogue Medford Library. They were both very active, involved. And Ina Gravitz from Smithtown Esconsett, she was really one of the active librarians then. And, of course, there were others that whose names escape me now. But they had all, at their monthly meetings, they all talked about different forms of Battle of the Books programs and just the variations on the rules. I mean, the big thing I remember was Patchogue's program had 100 books involved. And then we had, I think it was Smithtown, where they only had 4 or 2. And the types of questions you asked were different. And so the idea of trying to get the kids together, partially for camaraderie among the readers of, the teens on Long Island, because so many of them feel so, lonely and separate. We thought that being able to do a countywide program would get them together and celebrate the fact that they love books and, give them, in some cases they're considered, the nerdy kids, not the sports goers, to give them a chance to have a team that their library, their community could rally around. So that was the very beginning thoughts of where the battle came from. Let me think. We also had, at that point, there wasn't a central person at SCLS to be able to pull something together like that because the programs were so different. We really needed to have a central person to be able to do the coordination and to do the fundraising. And it just so happened that I became YASD president in the year that CLS hired a young adult specialist, and I was lucky enough to be hired for that position. And so with both hats in hand, I just kind of said, let's make this happen. And I think for the most part, again, because I had those 2 hats on, I would sketch out, how about we do it this way, and bring it to the group. We had the few meetings along the way, and they would, this won't work, this will work. We want to, trying to decide what ages to work it with, how low did we want to go. We really wanted it to be a teen program, but not every library has YA serving the same grades. So that was a discussion. And along the way, we went for the middle school age group, and the program developed. And each and every year, we had the follow-up meeting so that we could learn from our mistakes, because in the first few years, we really didn't know what to expect. I was shocked that parents wanted to observe it, that it really became a spectator sport. And the idea of having to have space for people to sit and watch and cheer, that blew my mind, that edition. And when the kids started coming in costumes, putting their team names together, it just grew and grew. It was obviously something that was missing in the library pantheon. And there was the Battle of the Books. Does that